just pause on it for a second.
Dude, I'm recording.
Okay.
Sleep. It is very important. But why is sleep so important? First, we gotta talk about the importance of sleep and the side effects of not getting enough sleep. When you sleep, your bodily functions and internal systems are getting a little checkup and things get maintained. Hormones, circulatory and musculatory systems are checked on, the immune system works on any damage you have suffered, and the brain sorts through the day's events, getting rid of unimportant things and keeping the important things so your brain doesn't get overwhelmed. Without sleep, your body doesn't get to do all this. Hormones get all messed up, you feel fatigued, your body doesn't recover from yesterday, your brain doesn't get to clear out excess information. Byproducts of this include inflammation, heightened stress, and all the problems that stress brings. Hormonal imbalances, which further ruins how you function, and too many other things to list. These all pile on top of each other until you're too exhausted to do anything and you pass out. Wow, that isn't good. But how can I improve my sleeping habits? Ditch the phone. I'm just. Like, that's ever gonna happen. Oh, wait. Okay. At least after 10 p.m., your online life isn't as important as your personal life. You need to take breaks, especially when it comes to getting sleep. Setting an alarm for 6 a.m. and going to bed at 10 p.m. should buy you around 8 hours of sleep, which should be enough for you to function. You could even set an alarm for 7 instead of 6 to give yourself an extra hour. Personally, I will wake up at 6 to get ready for the day, have breakfast, and maybe take a shower. Then I sleep till 7 and actually start doing stuff, like going to school. Wait. Designing a teen sleeping guide. Assignment overview. In this assignment, you will explore how sleep relates to consciousness and create a practical guide to help teenagers improve their sleeping habits. You will apply psychological concepts such as the stages of sleep, NREM and REM, effects of sleep deprivation, factors that influence consciousness. By the end of this assignment, students will be able to explain the different states of consciousness, describe the sleep cycle and its stages, analyze how sleep affects mental, emotional, and physical health, apply research to design a real-world solution for teens. States of consciousness. Consciousness is the state of being awake and aware of yourself and your surroundings. There are many states of consciousness: dreams, hypnosis, sleep, hallucinations, meditation, and states induced by psychoactive drugs. Look at the wheel. If you can identify the if if you can identify the wheel, remember what it is, and you know that you and the wheel are separate things, you are probably conscious. This should be an example of you being conscious and aware of something, knowing you exist in a world where other things exist. Dreams don't really matter because they don't make sense. Unless you're me. Sleep is when you aren't awake, You are resting and recovering. Hypnosis. I don't think I know anything about this sauce. I don't think I was supposed to read that. Meditation is being calm, relaxed, peaceful, and not under any stress. Unlike me when I was fighting Sly on Radiant difficulty. States induced by drugs is something you want to avoid because they mess with your brain. Stages of sleep. NREM, non-rapid eye movement. Ah, that's creepy. Ah. NREM sleep is when your body is your body transitioning to sleep. Rapid, where your muscles are still somewhat active and you aren't fully asleep. You occasionally may move slightly during this stage or even start sleepwalking. After you go through NREM sleep, you move to the next stage, intermediate sleep. Your muscles relax, there's a brief burst of brain activity as it sorts through information, your body temperature lowers, and you aren't easily woken up. I don't like that. Ah. Rapid eye movement sleep is when your muscles undergo paralysis and your eyes move rapidly as you dream. Your body uses this as an opportunity to do some maintenance. This is also when you are dreaming the most. You cycle through these two main stages every 90 to 110 minutes. How sleep affects mental, emotional, and physical health. The longer you're awake, the more stimulation and information builds up, and your body may experience some strain. When you sleep, your body fixes what it can, and you wake up energized and ready for another day. Sleeping consistently can keep you from feeling stressed and help you stay healthy. Boring. My advice to sleep well. Internet and social media should be for entertainment and not to attempt fulfillment of social interactions. Once it is time to go to bed, turn off devices, notifications, put it on Do Not Disturb, and fall asleep listening to something nice and relaxing. Don't use coffee. Obviously, what the heck? When you wake up, it takes a few minutes for your body to naturally wake up fully. You don't need to speed it. You do not need to speed it up. All caffeine does is block the feeling of being tired, which leads to you putting unnecessary strain on your body. Stay ahead of work, like me. If you need to get something done, prioritize that. Use any free time to finish up whatever work you haven't finished. Then you can use the remaining time to have fun and play games. Work first, party later. Having a set sleep schedule is like going to bed at 10 p.m. and waking up at 6 a.m. also helps greatly. And this is the routine I personally follow. Me too, except I wake up at 5 to give myself an extra hour of being awake. Effects of sleep deprivation. When you are sleep deprived, your muscles aren't relaxed, your body systems are working overtime, you can't think as well because your brain hasn't been given the opportunity to. This is giving minor spelling mistake, haha. The opportunity to fully process recent events. You're more likely to fail because you can't concentrate while sleep deprived. This is why I often take 5-minute breaks between attempts on Radiant difficulties. And when you do fall asleep eventually, your brain is in a hurry to get rid of as much necessary information as it can, which leads to important things not being retained because your brain was too stressed to spare it from being discarded. Oh, we're done. I hope you enjoyed my reading. I hope you found my jokes funny. This slide was made by Seth and read out by Damien. I think he did a pretty good job.